Hey out there, and welcome to day 27. I'm Kate, and I am super glad that you have decided to come back. Today's flow is going to be a 20-minute all around, let's just get some movement in kind of flow. So a couple of blocks if you want them, a blanket if you'd like, a strap, but probably won't be necessary. Find a quiet spot, roll out your mat, and let's get moving. So we are going to get started in child's pose. Knees together, knees wide, whatever works for you. Set your hips back to your heels, walk your arms out. You can make a pillow with your hands or your fists. Drop your forehead onto a block, anything. Just take a couple of moments to breathe, to put a little bookmark in your day, so you can be here and present. You can leave the day or the morning behind and just allow yourself this time here on your mat. Walk your hands out. Come onto the tips of your fingers, feel your upper arms lift, and let your chest drop toward the floor. Check out your head. Beautiful. Walk your hands over to the right. Press that left hand into the floor. Get a nice stretch through that left side. So you pull your sitting bone back. Walk it back through center and come on over to the other side. Walking it left. You can press a little more firmly through that right hand. Pull your right side back. All right, walk it up through the middle. Come on up into table and roll through a couple of rounds of cat and cow. And you inhale, feel your chest extend through your upper arms, your sitting bones reach up. When you exhale, curl it all back in, chin to chest, center of your upper back toward the sky. A couple more just like that. Last one. Awesome. Then come back through center. You're going to take your left foot into the top of your right Achilles there. Yep. And then take your hips back and just slightly over to the right. Bring them forward again, and then pull your hips back and slightly over to the left. And back through center. And switch. Right foot in. On the top of that left side, you're going to pull your hips back to the left. Bring them back through center and pull them back and over to the right. Get into that outer hip for just a second, that IT. Back through center. Bring your feet back underneath you there. You're going to walk your hands forward like you were coming into a puppy pose. Take your right hand to the center of your mat and take your left hand and plop it right on top. You're going to plug those hands in. Take your arm bones into the sockets. Engage through your low belly and pull your hips back. Feel where you can press forward and down into your hands and feel your sitting bones and your outer hips pull gently up and back. Inhale, bring it up, lift your chest. When you exhale, drop your forearms to the floor, interlace your fingers. Rock forward, inhale, chin over fists. Exhale, pull it back. Again, inhale it forward. And exhale, pull it back. One more, rock forward. And pull it back. Come on forward. Bring yourself back up into your table. Take your gaze over your right shoulder. Wrap your outer right hip around toward your ear. Once again, you can breathe into your left side. Inhale it through center. Take the same thing over to the other side. Gaze over your left shoulder. Feel that outer left hip pull back and around. Inhale it through center. You're going to walk your hands forward again like you were coming into puppy. Take your left hand to the center of the mat. Bring your right hand in, little starfish action here. Press your hands into the mat. Pull your arm bones into the sockets. Engage your low belly. And then drag your hips back. Sides of the body nice and long. Tops of your feet can root. And push your hands forward and down. Allow some breath here. Feel your shoulder blades on your back. Inhale. When you exhale, lower your elbows back down to the mat. Interlace your fingers one more time. You can keep your knees on the mat and do 3 more of those push-ups, chin over fist, or you can lift your knees up, come into a downward facing dog thingy here. Inhale, rock forward, and exhale back. Rock it forward, and pull it back. One more, rock forward, and pull it back. Beautiful, drop your knees to the mat. Slide your hands underneath you. Inhale. When you exhale, tuck your toes, pull up and stretch back, downward facing dog, and pedal out your feet. The backs of your legs start to open up here. We've gotten into the shoulders, the arms. Let's work the legs. Press into your left hand. Take your right hand to the outer edge of your left leg, wherever it feels comfortable. Root that left hand into the mat. Feel your sitting bones stretch up. Twist your gaze to the left. Back through center, right hand roots. Pull your sitting bones up and back. Left hand's gonna reach across. Feel your right shoulder blades sink deeper into your back. Gaze underneath your right armpit. Yeah, bring it back through. Inhale, come on forward into your plank. Exhale, lower your knees. Come back onto your forearms. Bring your palms to press. Lower your hips all the way down. Find a Sphinx pose here with the palms pressed. Low belly lifts, legs nice and strong. Lengthen your tailbone. Inhale. Exhale. Take your palms. We're gonna open them up. Tuck your toes. Press into your thumbs. Ooh, lift your hips. Nice forearm plank here. Walk your feet in. Find a dolphin. Press into your fingernail pads. Shoulder blades in your back. Rock it forward. Forearm plank. Lower your knees. Untuck your toes. Dip your hips. Inhale. As you exhale, release your forehead. Slide your hands back underneath your shoulders and curl it up for a baby cobra. Exhale, release your forehead, press into your hands, slide up and stretch it back down, or child's pose. Pop onto your fingertips and let your hips sink. Inhale up through your long table. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take your gaze forward and tiptoe to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Press into your feet, come all the way up. Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, dive back over your legs. Uttanasana, fold. Halfway lift. And as you exhale, step your right leg back. Sink your hips, fire up your right thigh, full breath. Step back into plank. Take a breath in here. And then lower through your vinyasa, knees, chest, chin. If you want chaturanga, baby cobra, or upward facing dog. Pull it back, downward facing dog. Take that right leg, lift it up, stretch it back. Bend your knees, stack your hip. Open for a moment here, but try to keep your shoulders square. Inhale, down dog split. Exhale, step that right foot up between your thumbs. Drop your back knee. Sweep your arms up. Anjaneyasana. Draw your legs in, even as you sink your hips. Deep breath. Hands to the floor. Step it forward, Uttanasana. Halfway lift. And fold. Press into your feet. Come all the way up. Urdhva Hastasana. Right back over those legs. As you exhale, fold it forward. Halfway lift. Take that left foot, now step it back. And pause here. Back knee lifts, feel your heels stretch back as your chest reaches forward. Inhale. Exhale, step back into plank and pause here. Deep breath in. Vinyasa if you want it, knees, chest, chin. You can throw in a chaturanga, a baby cobra, or an upward facing dog. And pull your hips up. Stretch and back, downward facing dog. Left leg lifts up, inhale. Bend your knees, stack your hip open for a moment. Feel that right heel drag toward the floor. Down dog split on your inhale. Step it up between your thumbs. Drop your back knee. Anjaneyasana, sweep out. Reach up. Plug those leg bones in. Full breath. Take your hands to the floor, step forward. Uttanasana, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release. Press into your feet. Come all the way up, Urdhva Hastasana, big breath. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Halfway lift. Downward facing dog this time, walk it back. Inhale, rock forward, find your plank. As you exhale, lower through, knees, chest, chin, chaturanga. Baby cobra, upward facing dog. Pull it up. Downward facing dog. Take your gaze back to your feet, and you're gonna walk your hands back to meet your feet and hang. And then take your feet and squeegee them open. So they're a little bit wider, maybe as wide as the mat. Toes open now. Drop your hips, start to bend your knees. Come into a little squat pose right here. If you want a blanket underneath your heels, a block underneath your booty, anything at all, press your heels gently into the mat. Elbows toward those inner thighs. Feel your chest lift toward your thumbs. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Press into those feet. Inhale. Come all the way up. Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale and fold. Dive over those legs. You can bring the toes back in so the feet are parallel. Halfway. Walk your hands forward. Downward facing dog. Beautiful. Inhale. Take your right leg, lift it up, stretch it back. Exhale. Step your right foot to the outside of your right hand. Left foot's gonna step to the outside of the left hand, and oh, you guessed it. Sink those hips, Malasana. Press into your heels, lift your chest. And bring your hands to the floor, lift your butt so you can step your left foot back. Drop your back knee. And we end here in a lizard pose. And sink your hips down. Lift up and forward into your chest. Spin your toes open, roll onto the outer edge of that right foot, and let your hips sway gently side to side. All right, press into your hands, tuck your toes, lift your hips up and back. Down dog split, inhale. When you exhale, step forward, warrior two. Windmill it down, rise up. Straighten your front leg, triangle pose, Trikonasana. Come out and over. Feel your right side lengthen over the length of this leg here. The left side rib cage. It's gonna stop bubbling up, right? It wants to kind of bubble up to the surface. Drop it down. Take your top hand to your hip, take your gaze forward, and just one little balance in here. Soften your right knee, hop your back foot in. Half moon, press into the floor. You can keep your hand right on your hip. Keep your gaze on the floor if you want, or you can shift your gaze. Beautiful. Bring that left hand onto the floor. Spin your hips to square. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, step it back. Downward facing dog. Rock forward, find your plank. Lower your knees. Come onto your forearms here. Sphinx pose. Shoulders in, lift your chest. Inhale. Oh. Find your forearm plank. Tuck those toes. Lift it up. Walk your feet in for a breath. Soften your knees. Send your sitting bones up and back. And then walk it back through your forearm plank. Shoulders over those elbows. Drop your knees. Find your Sphinx. Inhale. Exhale. Lower it down. Slide your hands under your shoulders. Baby cobra. Feel your shoulder blades pull into your back. And downward facing dog. Pull it back. Walk your hands to the back of the mat and fold. Halfway lift and let it go. Toe heel your feet open. Malasana, sink your hips, lift your chest. Press into your feet, rise up, Urdhva Hastasana, inhale. Exhale and fold. You can squeegee those feet back underneath you. Halfway lift. Walk it out. Downward facing dog. Take your left leg, lift it up, stretch it back. Step that left foot to the outside of your left hand. Step your right foot to the outside of your right hand. Malasana. Again, sink it down. Yeah. Take your hands to the mat. Here we go. We're gonna step this right leg back. Drop your back knee. Sink your hips. Find your lizard. For a moment, you can press into the ball of your left foot. If you want to stay on your hands, you can. If you want to lower down, it's always there. Spin your left toes open, roll onto the outer edge of your foot, and rock gently side to side. Yes, come back up onto your hands if you've lowered down. Lift that back knee, step it back, downward facing dog. Oh, take your left leg up, kick it back. Step forward, warrior two, left foot up. Windmill it to the top. Soften your shoulders, arm bones in, press into the floor with your feet. Straighten your left leg, reach up and stretch over. Oh, triangle pose here, Trikonasana. Feel this right side sink gently. Feel your tailbone lengthen, the crown of your head stretch away. And breathe. Top hand comes to the hip. Soften your front knee. Grab a block if you want it. Half moon. Flex that right foot. Work your inner thigh. Inhale. Exhale, right hand to the mat. Spin your hips to square. Beautiful. Step it back. Downward facing dog. Couple of breaths right here. Pedal it out. Lower your knees to the mat. Hips to your heels. Child's pose. All right, come on up so you're sitting on your heels. You're gonna take your hips and bop them out to the right and let your legs go out here to the left. You can settle one leg in the sole of the other foot if that feels good. Whatever is comfortable for your legs here. Take your left hand to your right knee. Lengthen up your spine. Start to walk your right hand behind you and work into a twist. You can feel your low back draw in and up. Feel the crown of your head rise. Inhale through center, sweep your feet out in front, keep your knees bent, and pause here. Hug in, curl your chin to your chest. Inhale, curl it up. Let your hips go to the left. Sweep your legs over to the right. That's weird. Find what feels good here. Sit up nice and tall. Take your right hand to that left knee. Spin your left hand behind you. Feel your chest lengthen. Feel your heart lift. Spin it around. Inhale through center. Take your feet out in front. This time bring the soles of your feet together. Lengthen up and fold. A little Baddha Konasana for you. You can close your eyes. Inhale slowly, round yourself up, extend your legs out, and you can end seated. We got like a minute. We're gonna take just a minute. So if you wanna stay seated, you can absolutely cross your legs in or anything at all, or go ahead and stretch your legs out. Take just a moment to close your eyes and feel the floor underneath you. Take this time to drink in the benefits of your practice and to set your bookmark. This is where you choose to step off your mat and into the rest of your day with a smile on your face, the energy in your body, and to make it the best day you possibly can, or the best evening. And start to move your fingers and your toes. And draw your knees in. Roll to the right. And pause. You can do this. Press into your hands. Come on up. Find a comfortable seat. Before you step into your day, press your palms together and bow your head and thank yourself for being here, for taking the time just for you. Go out there and make it a great day. I will see you again tomorrow for day 28. We are indeed closing in on the end. See you soon.